Good morning, guys. Welcome to the pre-market show. Happy Friday, March 22nd. Hope everyone is having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had a great trading day yesterday as well. So welcome to the pre-market show. Just want to make sure you guys are hearing me okay. If you could give me a thumbs up on the chat room, that would be great. This way I know we have no technical issues. Excellent. Perfect. Thank you, guys. All right, and over on YouTube, let's make sure they're also in line. It looks like they're good as well. All right, guys, so again, just a good day yesterday of trading. We'll go over that today. Here's our watch list that we have for yesterday, and then these down here were my possibles, potential plays for the mid-morning. And actually CAG was one that I actually traded later in the day after not finding anything in the morning, although I missed two great ones. CAG was great to trade. So we'll get into those in a second. I just want to make sure people on YouTube can hear me. So make sure we're okay there before we get going. Oh yeah, I think we're good. Okay, excellent. All right, guys. So one thing today, it is Friday, and just a bit of advice. If you are trading live, you know how red days on Fridays could really, again, just suck big time, right? So today's one of those days where, again, you want to end the week well. And what I mean by ending the week well, we're not talking about P&L. We're talking about just good trading, right? So it does not have to be a green day, but it does have to be a disciplined day, right? So make sure you're following your rules. Hey, good morning, Norm. How are you today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. Sorry I'm a minute behind. A little bit of a crazy morning.
Yeah, I actually am on some lack of sleep this morning, but this coffee's doing me okay. So hopefully it doesn't
Well,
affect
good
my
deal.
trading and I don't overtrade. But yeah, guys, again, just very important that today, if you're having a rough week, today's not the day to come back and try to be a hero. If you're having a great week, today's not the day to be extra aggressive and try to seal the deal and probably break some new grounds. No, today's the day where you're going to trade well, be disciplined, not force anything, and go into the weekend knowing that you traded well. That's the best feeling, whether you're red or green. If you follow your rules and you traded well, it's amazing. You come back Monday refreshed. But if you don't, if you go in here left and right shooting from the hip, you are going to think about this all week, and then all you're going to think about is, why the hell did I do that? So let's avoid that today, guys. Let's focus and just keep the goal as to good process trading, not focus on the P&L. All right, guys, so let's look at what we had yesterday. We had a pretty decent list. Norm, what did you do yesterday? Did you trade any of these, or did you find something elsewhere?
The light gappers list, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is today, actually. And we have a good one on here, BPTH, which, well, not a good one, but a crazy one on here. So for yesterday, let's look at a FTDR. FTDR had again three couple of days, which has been amazing. 1, 2, 3, very tradable. We do have shares for short. I have not been able to catch anything on this. It's just, I don't know, it just trades a little weird. Not that it trades bad, it's just I have not been able to really capitalize on the move. But let's look at yesterday. Let's get our charts in line right over here. Okay, here we go. So again, yesterday, great pre-market action. Look at this drop here. Found a level at 30. That was the low of the pre-market at that time. Let's move on over. Get a bigger picture over here. So here it is. So again, just a beautiful trade here, trend trade, right? It turned out a good opening range breakup at the 5-minute mark. Just something about it. I don't know. I guess I just missed it, right? And hopefully some of you guys caught this. It comes down here, hits all these moving averages, starts going up. Right back down to the moving averages, another possible opportunity to get in here. Norm, you have talked about this before in the chat room, where if a price goes below the moving average and it comes right back up before this candle closes, it just gives this moving average a little more support, like more power per se, because that's a strong move. What that's saying is, hey, anyone that sees this going below this moving average is interested in buying this. And look how this plays out. It just plays out beautifully. Does the same thing over here 3 times, right? Price goes below the moving average on the way up. It does not want to close below the moving average in a lot of these. And it's getting clear entry here, and it's just a beautiful pop all the way to 33.50 yesterday. So traded really well. Hopefully you guys took advantage of that one. MU was amazing. Again, just tons of volume in the morning, almost all morning, just incredible. Beautiful opening range breakup here. Again, it did take off though. If you saw this, if you're watching this live, obviously not knowing that this was going to happen here, this was a big run up. This was huge. So does give you a nice pullback right before the 5 minute, and then here's where it gets tricky because MU could be very choppy if it decides to be. But on this pullback, it turned out to be a beautiful potential entry here, and then it just takes off. Again, just going over these moving averages, breaking the high of the day here. Once again, making a new high, doing an entry here. And actually, Andrew called this out as a possible entry. He mentioned, he warned guys, don't go short. This stock is strong. Don't short strong stocks. And it was a great entry for another possible long, cracking the high of the day at that time and just going higher. So again, just a beautiful trade here. Then mid-morning, again, just so much activity on MU. Very clean double top here. Actually, it's a perfect double top because you got this one here testing this new high, being rejected, comes right back up, tests it again, not quite, a little lower, and then right back down. It could have been a great short for the rest of the day. Apple, again, another one that traded very well. Look at this clean opening range breakup. The one issue with the opening range breakup that I find hard to track is that you don't know, after something runs up this much, you don't know if it's going to come right back down, right? So that's the tough part about opening range breakups. It's hard to tell if, hey, this ran up quite a bit, are we going to get squeezed out or flushed right back down? But a beautiful open range breakup in here. Again, tough entry because there's no pullback here on the 5 minute. And I like to see the pullback on the 5 minute for confirmation. And then just takes off nicely, giving you small pullbacks, but not really anything that look great for you to get in with a good risk to reward. I mean, you could have gotten in here, use your moving averages as your stop loss. But again, just a beautiful trade on Apple. And we knew Apple was going to be strong because it had a beautiful pre-market action as well. AMD, another one that traded just amazing. And this here, again, every time I look at this chart, I'm like, how did I miss this? Because this is the move that I like to see. Comes up, pull back on the next candle, on the way up, you get in here for the crack of the high of the previous candle, and then it takes off from there. Just gives you a beautiful risk to reward. I just want to zoom in a little more, right? You're getting in this area here, and then your stop loss is below the wick. It's just a clean risk to reward there, and then it just takes off nicely for the rest of the day. SPI, beautiful pre-market action, but then it just crapped out, right? It has this beautiful pre-market action, tons of volume, and then at the open just flushes, and it just continues to sell off, never really bounces back from that. LQDA didn't do much. It's very choppy in the morning. BIIB, I know a lot of you guys had this on your watch list. I took it off my watch list. I was just not going to watch it, but just pure chop. And some of these wicks are, again, almost $2, $3. So it's just untradeable. I think it never really settled in. It's sold off here at the VWAP, but again, it's just really untradeable. CAGC traded really nice mid-afternoon. Over here, let's move over here. It was, I heard from a lot of you guys that this was just pure chop over here, so it's very difficult to trade, and it was, because again, you go from 24 to 26. That's a huge pop for this stock. Then it comes back down, and it's just all chop. So if you're looking for any kind of opening range breakup here, yeah, you got a nice 5 minute candle here. Then from here, it's just choppiness. So even if you're thinking long or short, there's just no good opportunities that developed after that 5 minute. After we came back for lunch, we had a nice little run up here, some ABCD patterns, almost testing this previous high. Look at this level here, by the way, 25.59. We found this yesterday off the daily chart, and look how it played yesterday just nicely. That's right, some clear resistance right on here on that level. The minute it cracks it, this is where I got in really late, and I took advantage of this move here. But again, these levels playing nicely. Look at this 25, 22 as well right on here. It dips below it, but it comes right back on above the moving average and almost close to this level we had, and it takes off from there. Oh yeah, Dan, let's talk about the Levi IPO yesterday. So this opened up yesterday. We called it out in the chat room. Again, just very difficult to trade these type of stocks. It's not that much levels to go on. Again, I did mess around with a simulation trade. And again, just something to keep in mind. I do have a montage with my simulation account on there. If I feel like I want to test something out, just throw it on there. So don't feel the need to have to trade. If you want to try something out like an IPO or a new strategy, don't use real money. Use your trading account. And anyone using Dash Trader Pro, most brokers give you a simulation account included in your package. All right, excellent, guys. Let's get rid of all of these. Just a good trading day. A lot of stocks. I definitely did not trade too well yesterday on the opportunities that were presented. Norm, what did you trade yesterday? You find anything good and different, or?
Yeah, I took that opening range on Apple. That was my first trade.
Nice.
And then, yeah, I got a entry on it. I was like 10 seconds into the open. I got out of it way too soon, though. And the reason I did that is on the daily, it was right up against the 200. It had about 90 cents to $1, so I figured we'd at least test it. And if we broke through, it could run. And I just got out of it a little too fast. And then, yeah, Micron, I shorted a pullback in there and got a nice run. But, I mean, it was just a quick scalp. I knew it was strong, and staying it too long would have been problematic. So.
Yeah, good. Yeah, those strong stocks, you got to scalp them and get out really quick. And hopefully get a nice run. And then, but if not, you got to have your plan to get out of it immediately. First on our gappers list today, up. What are we looking at here? 30%, which is normal for BPTH, the way this thing trades. If this was any other stock, this is a beautiful pre-market action, tons of volume. Look at this nice flow to it. But again, just this one is a stock that is very difficult to trade, as you guys know. This can go from 0 to 60 in a matter of seconds. So in play today for sure. We'll watch it for fun because we do have a very light gappers list this morning. So we'll throw it on there in the bottom. We'll find some levels for it as well, just for the heck of it. But not something that I'm looking forward to trading, and not something that I would recommend for anyone to trade unless you're taking like 25 shares, 20 shares. And even then, Norm talked about this yesterday in the chat room. At that point, you know, our goal at the end of the day is to also make money. So if you're taking 20 shares, you know, what's the risk to reward there, right? You might as well spend your time trying to find something else. All right, yeah. Nike. Let's look at Nike today. Nike. Wow, Nike's down 5%. What's the deal with them?
They had earnings yesterday, I believe.
Yeah. Let's check over here in Benzinga. So Nike, it's yeah, earnings yesterday. You have some news guidance. Anything this morning? No, nothing this morning. All right, so Nike is down 4.9, 286,000 shares so far. So that looks has some volume on here. I like the fact that it's down quite a bit. We traded it before. We got some levels in here we can revisit. Just make sure they're relevant to where the price action is right now. But at the moment, although it has some good volume right now, again, just not a great pre-market action. But Nike stocks tend to do that. They tend to have low volume at the pre-market and also not the best pre-market action. But they can put in a good day. So we'll keep Nike on here. And the last one on the gappers list is ZUO. ZUO down 12.5. That's nice. What we got going on here? Oh, not the best daily chart. Got a lot of wicks, more wicks than body. I usually can relate to some choppiness, but when it is in play, you got some nice days in here, so that's good. Hopefully within this candle there's some good movement. So today's down almost 12%, trying to climb out of this hole right now. So some decent volume, 180, not a great pre-market action early in the morning. So let's see if it can continue to develop to something better. Let's check our Benzinga and see what the news is on ZUO. ZUO, so they had earnings last night after the close. Okay, all right, so non-favorable earnings report for ZUO. So what kind of company is this? Zuora. Okay, all right, so we'll keep it on here, and then let's go to our Nasdaq active, Nasdaq gainers. Not much that our gappers has this morning, and then after we get through these two columns, we'll go up to number 10 on each. We'll see what you guys are watching. We'll also watch AMD and MU, see what they're doing today. IMMP 2.9 million shares, about to crack 3 any minute. Traded this morning so far 43% gap. That's quite a bit, obviously, because of the price here. See what is the flow. Not that low of a flow, 29 million shares, so it's not that low, but it is trading like a low flow today, so we'll be careful. But it looks very active. Looking at the pre-market action right now, it's kind of losing it a bit, losing more than what I would like to see these kind of stocks go. So we don't have shares for sure, although it's not a pretty low float. But you got some moving averages here that's losing the moving averages. Now you got, I think this is the 50 coming in now. Let's see if it can hold that. So we'll throw it on here next to BPTH. because not because it's a low float, but it is a lower price stock. So I want to watch my number of shares if I do take this trade. So I want to separate it from the pack over here. BPTH, we have HIBB. HIBB, oh, this looks interesting. It's starting to get some volume now. It's gapping up 23%. Looks very active. Yeah, this looks interesting. Let's throw it on here. Let's check what is our flow on this. 18.10 million shares flow. Let's see what the news is. Does this thing have anything going for it, or it's just hype? HIBB. So reported earnings this morning, or at least last night. Yeah, it looks like this morning, 6:30. So they released earnings, and they got some good news, looks like, going here. All right, so this looks good. Again, not really low flow, 18.10. I'm just throwing it down here because actually, no, this is a higher price. We can move this up here, but again, you still got to be very, very careful in trading this. What's the ATR on this? 80 cents, but today's probably a lot more than that. All right, next we have OSS. OSS is not doing anything for us. NTRP is not doing anything. SEAL, we had SEAL in the past before. Good at selling down, not selling up. As you can see here, it had one day. I remember this day sold up nicely, but then here it just crapped out. See what it's up to today. Not much volume just yet, but it could have some potential. I do like this daily chart kind of coming down here, finding a bottom and trying to get a going here, but again, just not there yet. So we'll throw it all the way down here. We'll come back to it in a few minutes. TRJC, nothing going on. DZIX, nothing happening. Has the volume, 500,000 shares traded, but again, just this does not look great at all, and again, just too low of a price to trade. YRCW, nothing happening here. And last one, TYHT. Let's get in here. Not much volume, nothing happening here. It has some big days because we had this in our watch list before, but I don't think I kept it on my watch list. All right, so IMMP, we have this is here, guys. For those that don't know, this is a NASDAQ ETF. I don't know much about how to trade NASDAQ ETFs, but they basically follow what the market is doing, right? Norm, what does the S stand for, though? Do you know what that is? Is that for short?
Yeah, I think that's the short NASDAQ ETF.
Gotcha.
SQQQ.
Yep. And then the T, the guys. So you got a few of them. You got S, the regular one. This I know is obviously what the kind of like the SPY, right? What the market is actually doing. Then we have T.
Yeah.
T here as well. So yeah, so these are all NASDAQ ETFs, guys. I don't put these on my watch list. NVAX, NVAX not doing much, really a penny stock. AMD we have, actually we don't have, but we are going to put in here. So AMD we'll put in there. We'll look at it in a second. BPTH we have. TVIX is a volatility index indicator as well. Again, it is tradable. I just personally don't trade it. DCIX, we looked at already. Just looks a little too crazy. Has 500,000 shares traded, but it's really a huge block trade at least 100,000 here. I don't see where the other four are at. Yep, I am not seeing that. What is the time in sales? Do we have anything here? Maybe. Yep, I don't see the big block trade, but all right. So Apple is on here as well. What is Apple doing? Beautiful daily chart in Apple after having such a strong day. You know what? Apple could be interesting today also. Let's put Apple on here. And then a NASDAQ ETF. And let's check what MU is doing, and then we'll look at what you guys have. But today probably will be a day for me to watch MU because we don't have much going on this morning in these gappers list. Norm, anything you're watching from over the week? NVIDIA, I know you keep your eye on that one. Let's see what that's up to today.
Yeah, I'll have my eye on Facebook, Roku, NVIDIA, and then Apple and MU, as you've mentioned. Nokia is in play this morning, but the ATRs kept it off our scanners. NOK is the ticker there.
Okay.
And then TIF is gapping down, but it doesn't have much volume, so I'll see if any volume comes on that. I'm going kind of deep into the bullpen because the gappers list so far isn't looking great.
Yeah.
I've traded Nike in the past, and Nike's it's very difficult to trade. So.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I actually never traded Nike, so that's good info to have. again, guys, just goes to tell you that today is not the day to for us to become heroes, especially when we have a gappers list like this. So patience is the key. It is Friday. We want to end on a good trading week, good focus on process and not P&L. Not trying to make anything back over what you lost this week, or trying to make this week stronger. All right, guys, let's see what you guys have. So NOK on here, 6.1 million shares traded. Wow, not the best daily chart. See some gaps in here. What kind of stock is this? This is oh, Nokia. All right, cool. All right, this could be in place. It looks very choppy right now, and with that type of volume, I'm concerned that you're not really getting a lot of flow here. Will be interesting to watch. But look at this. You got 393,000 shares traded between these 15 minutes here almost, and just not much happening. So that's a bit concerning.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice.
It doesn't move much.
Yeah. It must be a really large float on this, right? I mean, it's a big company. Yeah, 5.83 billion. So that's the reason why. So yes, that volume is not, it's not rare then. That's normal. All right, so we'll keep that on here. See what that what that brings to the table. What do we have next? All right, so we have MU. Yep, we do have Nike on here. FOE. Let's look at FOE. Not much activity on FOE right now for the pre-market. Looked like it had a decent day yesterday, but not much going on right now. AMRN is on a nice little downtrend here. Popped up nicely, found some heavy resistance at 23.21, and just has not been able to get back up there, and lost big last week here. So in an interesting place on the daily chart, but activity right now is pretty dead at the moment. Let's look at some more on here. TNDM is no action right now. What's the daily chart look like? Yeah, not much going on for TNDM at the moment. GH, yeah, no volume here. Let's see. Oh, nice daily chart though. This looks good. Has a nice little flow to it. So this could be great to watch later on today. It's at a point where it looks like it's trying to find some support. It's been on a real nice downtrend. Now it's hitting this moving average here on the daily chart. So again, could be in a nice area to play mid-morning for a possible trend trade, but right now, not really active this morning. What we have here, CTRP. We'll look at Levi next. Stuart, thank you. CTRP, no action. What's the daily chart going on here? Wow, we traded this before in the past. I'm assuming on these days where it gapped up, that's a big gap there. I'm assuming on that day we had it on our watch list. Let's remove these levels. Kind of stuck in a range right now. So although it's not doing much right now, even the daily chart, you want to be careful because it's kind of stuck within these ranges here. Doesn't know what to do next. So be careful even if you trade that one in the mid-morning. Levi is not going to have much for us, but it will be fun to... Oh, what's going on here? It's popping up nicely. Yeah, so we're not going to have a lot of...
talking about it on the morning financial news shows is my guess.
Yeah, it's got to be something's going on it. Let's just check what if we have anything on Benzinga, anything good. I mean, this thing just came out. Obviously, it's a big well-known company, well-known name here in the U.S. So I'm sure they're gonna get a lot of attention. Yep. So just information about it. It coming out yesterday. Tons of news yesterday when the new IPO came out. It's around 11 o'clock or so. But today looks interesting. It's got a nice little pop to it. It's up 3.3% right now. 513,000 shares traded. This should be on here. I guess Trade ID. This actually would be on Trade Ideas Gapper scanners, but it looks like this has not registered yet, right? It doesn't have the flow and all the information on here. As you can see, it's blank. So probably next week this will start populating. But given the information we have here, 3.3 up 3.3, 514,000 shares. This would be on our gappers list. So, and it's actually looking pretty good. If it can continue like this with this type of volume, hold that 80K steady every 5 minutes, it's going to create a nice flow. It's just started moving from here back. Not much activity, but this looks good here. So, thank you, Stuart, for bringing that one up. How did you find that one? Did you have another scanner, or did you just have it on here because of yesterday being a new IPO? Just curious. All right, so let's go new. Okay, just had it because of yesterday. Good. All right, one more. INNP. Just check that ticker. I'm not getting no information on INNP, so make sure that one is good. Oh, Tobias B, IIB. I didn't want to look at this one. This is one that you just want to stay away from. This is we mentioned yesterday. This is a tough stock to trade. I mean, yeah, I will stay away from
it's
this
untradeable.
It is. I mean, look. Andrew had a really tough time, and Andrew has tons of experience. So when you see a guy like that struggle trading a stock like this, we know it's hard to read. I have way less experience than he does, way less. I'm not gonna take a shot at it. You know, I'm gonna stick with something that's a little more manageable. Again, it is tradable if you get lucky and get caught on the right side. But if you get caught on the wrong side, you're paying the price big time. So it's just not worth the risk for me, at least. All right. So I'm not going to watch that one, guys. Next, what do we have here? Check a few more. INNP. Oh, that's what I tried. Let's do it again. INNP. Just make sure it's not me. Oops, I put an O in there. Yeah, Dan, that's not coming up. So just oh,
it's IMMP.
Oh, MMP. Yeah, we do have that one down here. All right, Dan. We got to get you some coffee, man. I'm in the same boat as you are, though. IMMP here. Yeah, this is active. It's got to hold here. It is a lower flow stock, so it's got to eventually hold here and get going. All right, so we do have that one down here. We have BPTH. If this was a normal stock, also a great pre-market action, but probably not going to watch this one. CEO is taking off here. It's building something really nice, looking good. Got some volume. Let's take a few more, guys. See what else we have. DCIX, I did not like. Let's look at it again. Again, just very crappy pre-market action. Good volume, 516, but not that great volume is not creating a nice flow here. So you have one candle here with 100,000. Then you have these other ones, these pops over here, just very creating this choppiness. Look at these flat things over here. You know, it could give you a nice move at the open, but at the same time, you don't want to watch anything like that. We'd rather watch an IMMP where you have some flow here. Look at SEAL, you got some nice volume. Yeah, it's traded like crap over here, but here it's starting to build up nicely. So that's what you want to keep on your watch list. And then on a stock like DCIX, right? If you still think there's a possibility, because it could happen, anything can happen. This thing could take off and go to 70 like BPTH, right? Just look for on the scanners. Let the scanners help you out, give you an indication if if this thing is actually going to do something today. All right, guys, so let's go through this. Let's find some levels. Let's make this list a little smaller. Again, not much that looks great here for today. So it's a day that I'm probably going to keep my eyes on the scanners as well. NKE, Nike. We have a high of the pre-market right now, 84.69. We'll mark that down. Price action is sitting right on a level. I mean, I think we have a level from before here, right at 84. 84 is big support here. Support and resistance on these 2 days here. Support here as well. So again, 84 is a big support and resistance for Nike. Price is sitting on it right now. So from here, it can go either way. And it actually has gone, I think, both ways. Here, probably the same percentage. It looks very similar. It's kind of like right at the midpoint from the range of today. So interesting here. We got a moving average coming in very close to the low of the pre-market, which is at 83.53. So we'll mark that down. We got 83.01 from this date right here and this date, and then we have 81.88. So I don't think you need to add any more towards the bottom. Plenty on there to go off. Then towards the top, doesn't have the cleanest daily chart though. I would think Nike will have a better daily chart, but not really as clean daily chart. So we'll throw another level on here, 85.12, 85.12. Clear level on these 2 days over here, this day here, this one, just plenty of days on that 85.12. So I'm sure you can also, again, these are an area, so 85 will be the place where you want to watch out for possible resistance if it heads north. So right now has good volume, not creating a good pre-market action, but Nike stock tend to do that. And again, just be careful on this stock at the open. It could be very choppy, as Norm was mentioning earlier. ZUO just doesn't look great on the pre-market action right now. It's just not creating anything that looks interesting. I do like that it's down 10%. I do like the drop here. We'll find some levels. High of the pre-market sitting at 22.08. Also got a moving averages coming in this area here. We have the low of the pre-market sitting at 20.60. Let's mark that down. What do we have below this? Below this clear level right over here down to 1988. Towards the top, I'm gonna mark this level here. It's a weird one, 2167. But I do like this wick coming down here, and also you have several days banging their heads up against this this 2167. So I'm gonna mark that down there. The price is right above that, so let's see if it can hold that. And look at the pre-market action right now on the 1 minute chart. I mean, you got several days kind of, several candles hitting that level 2167, goes back up, hits the high of the pre-market, comes right back down here, very close to this level, this moving average. So that 2167 is interesting. Then above that, we're gonna mark down this date over here, 2282, 2282 from here, this day here, and then kind of consolidate these 2 days closing here, and this one hitting that one as well. All right, so plenty of levels here again, but right now I really do not like the pre-market action on ZUO. I don't remember. I've never seen this stock. I think I never traded it before, so not sure how it trades. We'll keep an eye on it. HIBB, this one is a higher flow stock, right? It's 18, so still you got to be very careful. A little riskier, a stock on the float. It's got to get more volume though. Pre-market high right now, 2304. What do we have above that? Let's go back over here. All right, we got some levels in here. Okay, so just zooming in right in here, we have this level is also very close to what I just marked now, 23, the high of the pre-market, 2303. Then we also have 2472. These days over here, banging their heads on it, and then all the way up here, obviously 2958 is a clean level, and this one over here, 2771. So plenty of levels towards the top side. Again, that's a long way to go if it can get up there. Towards the bottom, the closest level I am seeing is over here. You got several days. Let's zoom in. You got several days here, right over here. 2148 is the closest thing I see on the daily chart towards the bottom. Then from there, you have the moving averages, and you have this gap here. So let's see. We do have shares for short. Starting to pick up on some volumes, creating a nice little flow here, starting to at least as it gets more volume. But then the volume it's got to keep up. It's got to keep up with some good volume here. AMD, not the best pre-market action. Tons of volume already though, as usual. 863,000 shares traded. This I think will be in play today. Let's hope. I do have shares for short. Sometimes CME doesn't have shares for short on AMD, but I do have shares today, and I had yesterday as well. So that's a good sign. Low of the pre-market right now, 2741. So we'll mark that, and I think that's the only one we're going to mark on here because you have plenty. You have high of 2 days ago. You got the high and low of 2 days ago as well in here. Plus it's 2550 we marked down. Towards the top, 2777. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this one because it's just right by the previous day close, so you don't need it. Then you have the high of yesterday, which is very close to the pre-market high today, and then you have 2854. So plenty of levels, and we can actually mark down. Did we mark down the low of the pre-market? Yeah, let's mark down the low of the pre-market just in case it can hold that 2741. All right, so AMD looks good in regards to volume and daily chart, and also was very active yesterday. But right now, this pre-market action is nothing like what it did yesterday. Yesterday had a beautiful pre-market action. This is the one we're talking about, Norm, in the chat room. I think we mentioned, 3 days ago, it had I think 2 million shares just in the pre-market action. So we knew it was going to have a big day just because of that, because AMD will have, it'll give you a million shares flow in the pre-market. It'll give you 800, 900. But when it's at 2, it's going to be really active. Next, we have Apple. Apple put in a beautiful pre-market action yesterday. It has a great daily chart on Apple. Just sold off a bit, but it is holding here. So let's see what we have for levels. So towards the top, previous day high from yesterday right on there. Whoops. All right. And then we could mark down the high of the pre-market right now, 197. Above that, we have 199. But do we have anything clean in between there? Let's just go in here, see if we have anything clean. No, that's the cleanest thing we have. That's the cleanest thing I see on Apple. If you guys see something else, shoot it out to me. But that's the best level I see, 199 after 197. And then towards the bottom, because we do have a bit of a gap here, right? We do have a bit of a gap here. Just want to see if we find something clean. Yeah, same thing here. We got some days that are not really clean as to putting a level in there. So, all right, we'll leave it as is. MU, which we should have plenty of levels. Yeah, so same levels as yesterday, guys. Above, we have the previous day close, previous day high. We have 42.14 based on this day over here. Below that, now we have the previous day low. And then we have the previous day high from 2 days ago right here. You got some moving averages coming in as well. You got the 200 moving average coming in right to where the high of the pre-market is. So let's mark that down because that could be a significant resistance for MU. Again, yesterday closed right on it. As you can see, it went above it a little, but it closed right on it. And today, the pre-market high 43.80, it's right on there. So let's see what MU does today. Again, not the best pre-market action, not great volume. But with the type of stocks we're watching today, I'm going to keep my eyes on AMD and MU. NOK, not putting in the great pre-market action right now. 7.3 million shares, but this is a larger flow. We're talking about 5.8 billion shares float. So again, doesn't move much, but today is down 6.2, so it's quite a bit. But I'm going to remove it from my watch list, guys. I'm not going to watch this one. If it hits our scanners and it gets moving, then I can tune into it. Levi's, not much levels here. Basically, you have this is it. You have the low of yesterday when it opened up. You have the previous day closed, and you can mark the high of the pre-market now, sitting at 23.32. So, but again, it looks pretty active though. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this one. It looks pretty active at the moment. 700,000 shares traded so far, so up 3.4. All right, let's see what we have on our more riskier stocks. IMMP starting to bounce back a bit, so this is good. Hopefully can hold that and give us a good opportunity. 386 high of the pre-market. Let's go towards the pass here. Has been as high as what is this peak over here? 420. What else we have? Is this it? Yep. No, we have some more down here. But we do have 420 and another one right over here. I'm looking at these dates here, guys. 453, and then obviously a huge spike all the way up here at 512. Then towards the bottom, I saw some decent levels towards the bottom. Right now, it's sitting right at a level that I would have marked, and it's this one right here. See these spikes over here. One, you got two, it cracks it comes right back down to it, but then it here holds again, and here holds again for resistance. So sitting right at level. You look at the price action now, maybe because it is at this level that you're getting that type of price action. So I'm just gonna mark it down. What is this level here? We're sitting at 337. So just gonna mark that down because that could be that's clearly some type of support resistance for this kind of stock. All right, what else we have under that? If it loses that, trying to find a good area here. You possibly have this one down here all the way at 282. You got this range happening over the couple of days, right? So you can mark that as well. All right, holding some moving averages right now. Looks like it came right here. I believe this is the 50 on the 5, so it's holding that. Let's see if we can get above VWAP and get going towards the high of the day. All right, BPTH. Again, not really going to find levels on this stock because I think levels for this stock are just meaningless, to be honest. It's a stock that I probably won't trade today. I mean, this kind of price action just throws everything off, moving average in the whole 9 yards. So just have it here just for entertainment purposes to see what it does today. Maybe we'll get another day at 70. But we need Brian to tell us that because whatever Brian says happens. So if Brian says today when he comes on that it's going to 70, I'm going to go all in just to make sure I don't miss the boat. And for those that don't know what happened in the chat room, I am kidding. Please do not do that. All right, CEO selling off hard now. High of the pre-market, 285. 285 above that. Watch it's not. What do we have here? Above 285, we have one. Yeah, actually, this could be a good one. 317, and tons of moving averages in here as well. Then above that, 358 and 420. So plenty of levels on this one here. And towards the bottom, you got 250 and some moving averages on here. Selling off pretty hard right now, though. So not looking too great for CEO. All right, guys. So let's make 9:20. Time is definitely running when you're having fun. Let's make this list a little smaller. Norm, do you have anything that that you like that I don't have on my list?
No, just the ones I said earlier. Sorry, it's super distracting this morning. I mentioned it in the chat. I don't know if you saw it. There's a hostage situation like a tenth of a mile from my house, and I've got choppers circling and sirens in the
Oh, no
background.
way.
So, yeah.
Wow, that's always scary, man. That is not cool.
But,
That is not cool. MT here. MT is again is on the gappers list, but it's very crappy. So again, I'm just not gonna watch it because it doesn't trade well at all. It's just choppiness all over the place. So let's review this list one more time. Let's finalize it. We have Nike. I'm gonna be careful with Nike because it could be very choppy, so I'll keep that one on. ZUO, I don't know what to expect out of ZUO. I never traded before, never seen it. Daily chart looks all right, not great. And the pre-market action is doing so-so. I might drop this one. How many I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Might drop that one. HIB. HIB is losing steam. Look at the volume dropping, and now look how it started to form a beautiful pre-market action here, and now it's just losing steam. So on the fence on this one, volume's just not doing much. 171,000 shares traded. AMD is great. I'm going to watch that. Apple is good. I'm going to watch that. MU also good. I'm gonna watch that also. And Levi, yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes on this one. So this will be my list for now. I'm gonna drop 1 or 2 out of here, most likely ZUO. I'm gonna wait for Brian to post his list, see what he's watching, and also to see what Andrew's watching, and then I'll decide if they have something better. I'll drop this one off and just get this out of the way. But right now, that's the list. On the low flow stocks, again, I'm not looking to trade any low flows today. But CU is losing it. A bit here. BPTH is just not tradable. Have it here just for entertainment purposes. And IMMP is also doesn't seem like it has the legs. Started to bounce here, but might not be in play today neither. PB Trader. So the question is, will you trade in sim for Nike? Absolutely. Yeah, I would trade anything in sim, including BPTH. You know what? I might do that today. I will definitely, a stock like this, I will trade in sim just to get the feel for it. Yeah, I will definitely do that. So if you have a strategy you want to try out, or if you see a stock that's too risky and you just don't want to risk, real money, definitely try it in sim just to see if your thought process was what you thought it was going to be. Does not hurt. Does not hurt. Your
and Carlos, I watched your recap yesterday, and you traded Levi in sim, and that's we don't trade a whole lot of IPOs in here. I know there's a few people that do, but you can definitely make money on IPOs. So if you give it a shot and try it in sim, that's an excellent idea for practice.
Yeah, yep. And actually, what I did in sim, there's this hotkey that you can put it, take me out 20 cents above the ask. And I did that hotkey yesterday, and it worked out perfectly in sim. So I did 2 things. I tried trading an IPO, which I usually never trade. Last time I think I traded was in Dropbox, and it was a very small number of shares. And I also tried a hotkey where it was kind of like a scalp, because you don't know what these IPOs are going to do. You don't know what the levels are. It's brand new. So I did a scalp for 30 cents. I hit the hotkey, had a limit order out there. It popped right to it, actually. It popped right to it. It took me out nicely. I forgot what the number was. I think like 22 something. And it took me right out the top. So yeah, definitely try it in sim. No need to risk real money if you haven't if you haven't traded something in the past and you want to give it a shot. And it actually helps you with the FOMO too. Because yesterday I had so much FOMO on AMD and MU. I'm like, oh God, let me try something here. So I did the Levi thing. All right, guys, so this is our list so far. Few minutes for 9:15. Anything you guys have on your end that maybe we have not checked out? GOL coming up on the gappers list. GOL is losing it here. We do have shares for short. GOL, wow, horrible daily chart. And what I mean by horrible is this here. Look at this. This is just, what are you doing? Look at the gaps. This just doesn't make any sense. But big down day yesterday. It's got to be some news. So let's go over here. GOL. What do we have? Okay, so they see some mining here. All right, so it looks like they got some bad news here. They're stopping some, I guess, a mining company. What it looks like. Yeah, so this is down quite a bit. We do have shares for sure. It could be interesting. because it is on some, it actually has some news on here, but just the daily chart looks horrible. I'm gonna throw it down here as a possible to look at later on. It might hit our scanners. We do have shares for short, but the problem with these type of stocks, I mean, how do you find some levels in here? Well, let's see. Let's try it. So you got a moving average coming in here. I'm going to mark down this low over here, 1475 from this day. Towards the top, you have this level here, the low of yesterday, previous day close. And then within here, not much, right? The next level is all the way up here. But this thing looks weak. You already have 3 levels you can go by. Actually 2 levels you can go by here. Then towards the bottom, a clean level right over here where all these wicks are hitting this 1373. So that's a good one. We can mark down this moving average. Why not? Let's mark down this moving average at 1412. So yeah, let's see what it does. Low of the pre-market right now. Actually, I'm not going to mark because it looks like it's going to get down to our 1440.45 level. So all right, we'll look at it, see if it hits our gapper scanner. So it'll be interesting. TIFF and BBY. All right, TIFF. What is going on with TIFF? Not much volume right now. They got some news out. They're down 3.1.
TIFF is typical NYSE and won't really usually get volume until until it comes in. They released earnings this morning.
Okay, looks like they had a big day yesterday though, so somebody was expecting the earnings to be good if they released it just this morning. Let's get rid of some levels. Let's find some stuff here in case it actually we traded TIFF before. This thing can go. This thing can move. Low of the pre-market 94.35. Below that we have a level at 92.75. What else we have below? I think that's plenty enough towards the downside. Looks like it's trying to bounce back here. It's only down 3.1, but it was probably down as much as 6 because we're tracking it from here, right? Probably down as much as 6%. So coming back towards the top, high of the pre-market 97.42. Mark that. There we go. And then we have anything in between here that's cleaner? Let's go back. No, we don't. We are kind of closing a gap. So no real clean level in here. So we're trying to close the gap back from looks like mid-December or so, this area here. All right, so I'll keep my eyes out on that. I'm not going to have it on my watch list, but I will put it here. If it gets better in the morning, I'll definitely tune into it. And what's the other one? Someone mentioned BBY. BBY. Not much volume right now. But again, just like Norm mentioned, typical NYSE stock, up 2%. Yeah, I trade. You know what? I don't get lucky with this one. I'm so unlucky with this stock. I traded this one before several times. It's just, for me, it doesn't trade very clean. So I'm going to stay away from this one. I got way too many already on my list. So we'll skip that one. SRNE. SRNE, what is going on? Wow, some action happening here. SRNE looks good. SRNE. What is the float here? SRNE is oh, it's a larger float. I thought it was a low float, but it's a larger float. It's 111 million shares. So interesting. All right, way too many. We went from not having anything to having way too many. And again, not all here looks clean neither. So I gotta spend some time revising this list. SRNE having a great couple of days.
Yeah.
We didn't have this on our gappers list yesterday, did we? I don't think we did.
No, but somebody was calling it out in the room, trading it. I can't. Okay. It wasn't on our list though.
All right, so high of the pre-market right now, it looks like it's 6. Might not be there for long because this thing is cranking. 594 to be exact. What levels do we have above that? Let's go. All right, so I put down 629, and let's see if we can zoom in here and find another one. Obviously, a peak all the way up here, 757. The way this is going, it might hit that. So 629, 754, a possible level. Let's get something else. I want to put this one down to 688. All right, plenty of levels towards the top. Towards the bottom, previous day close is the level on here. Do we have anything towards the bottom? You have this consolidation. When you have this type of consolidation here, you don't get clean level. That's the problem. But clearly, where it's at now, you got some kind of again, some kind of level here. I'm going to mark 551, but again, it's just nothing clean in here. That's why I'm having a tough time finding a level in this area. But 551 looks good for here and also here, not in between all this crap that's happening here. Then towards the bottom, previous day close. So, all right, this looks good. Very active. Nice daily chart. All right. All right, now I got to get rid of some. Nike's taking off nice here. ZUO. I'm going to get rid of ZUO. It's just no point in watching that right now. HIB. Also not doing much. AMD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Way too many. What I'm going to get rid of here. All right, well, I'll figure it out. I'll get rid of one of these stocks here. Now I'll post it on Twitter, my final watch list, when we get closer to 9:30. All right, guys. Thank you on YouTube for joining us. Have a great day today. Again, just one more time. I know I keep saying it, but it's important. You know, trade well today. Do not focus on P&L. Focus on process. Let's go into the weekend trading with a mindset that we traded well. Whether green or red, doesn't matter. Don't try to be a hero today and try to, you know, come back for any loss that you had in the week. You know, it's a big difference when you go into your weekend knowing that you had a small red day, but you follow your rules, opposed to you having a green day, but you overtraded, you tushy off, or that you had a really big red day because you just violated all your rules completely. So let's avoid that. Let's trade well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'll see you guys Monday, 8:30 Eastern time. Take care, guys. Make sure you comment and like, and trade safe, everyone.
Got it. Trade safe, guys. Have a great weekend.